Welcome, you guys to the welcome to my Daft family. Today is day 49. Today is day 49 of our walks. We do 2 lives every morning. This is the second of those 2 lives. The first live is a mile in my shoes. We go out every morning 6:30 on TikTok Live, and we get in the first mile of our morning together. Thank you so much for the confetti and the tiny Diney Maryland. I really missed you out on our walk this morning. Nobody was saying anything. I mean, no one was saying anything. Good morning, Lamberto. So no one was saying anything this morning, and it's really, it's a little more challenging for me. I won't say it's difficult, but it's a little more challenging for me to be in a live and people are not at least, responding, because I kind of feed off of other people's, energies and responses and stuff. And that's usually how conversation works. One person says something, the other person listens, and then they respond. And then it's like a back and forth thing until you're finished with the conversation. You know how conversations work. But anyway, today's theme is one we can all relate to do or not to do. That is another question. I'm so sorry I missed the walk. It's okay, Marilyn. I know. I understand what was going on. So it is perfectly fine. You're here now. That's all that matters. Today's walk was all about the real cost of getting healthy. We talked about the sacrifices of time, habits, and comfort that often don't make it to the before and after photos. Moving, and for the past couple of minutes I've just been sitting here because I got through with everything I needed to do to prep for this morning early. So now we're just waiting for people to come into the live. Anybody, and we have been walking now for 49 days, you guys. 49 days. I don't know, I always feel like I have to whisper. Since we started going earlier, we just finished our first full week going out for our walks during our earlier time frame. We were doing 9 o'clock, and that was fine as long as the weather was cool. But man, when summer came around, when summer kicked in, and it went from being nice mild mornings to hot. The decision to do or not to do isn't always easy, but it is always yours to make. We walk through it, we talk through it, and we reminded ourselves that progress doesn't always look pretty, but it's still progress. Be sure to join us for the next Mile in My Shoes tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. The theme for today is to do or not to do. That's another question. We're getting real about the cost of getting healthy. It's not just about money, but time, habits, cravings, comfort zones. Because, let's be honest, getting healthy isn't just about what you start doing. It's also about what you're willing to stop doing. Yes, what you're willing to stop doing. So, you all, while we're waiting for people to come into the chat, drop a green heart, drop an apple, preferably not a red delicious apple, but drop something. Drop an icon that represents health. If you have already made one healthy choice today. If you've already made one healthy choice today, if you've already gone out walking, which I did, and which several of you did, go ahead and drop an icon in the chat that shows that you did that. Marilyn, I think you may be right. I don't see those icons in the chat. Do you? I don't. Interesting. But you know what I do see? I see your dun 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 star with the shades. So the prompt was for you to drop a heart, drop an apple, drop a smiley face, drop something into the chat if you've already made one healthy choice for today. And you know, while you're at it, go ahead and follow us on TikTok. Share the live with at least one other person this morning, and subscribe to the Daft Daily Affirmations for the Big Girl in All of Us YouTube channel while you're at it. We do have a goal for the channel of 100,000 subscribers by or before the end of the year. And if you want to follow along with how many subscribers we have for TikTok, you just need look at the bottom of our screen. I got dogs running all over the place. Look at the bottom of the screen and you'll see that we have 1,348 followers in TikTok, you all. That is amazing to me, especially since I believe on it might have been Friday when we had 1,306. So, I mean, an increase of 42 followers over the weekend. That's not bad. It's not bad. So thank you all so much for those of you that have already made the decision to follow us. Thank you for the subscriptions. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for the stickers. Thank you for all of that. Thank you guys for just showing up, and I appreciate it. So speaking of choices that we make, let's talk about the ones that truly move the needle. Since the beginning of July, we have been in the throes of our Apple a Day challenge. And honestly, I thought this would go a little bit differently. I thought that people would be excited about joining a challenge where you could earn swag such as, oh, I don't know, patches. You can earn patches. You can earn, this is just one example of one of the tumblers. It comes with a straw. This is the glass version of our tumbler, but we also have temperature controlled tumblers. And I keep saying that I'm going to show it to you. And I will. I promise you I will. But check this out. Then we have our Apple a Day t-shirts. This says hashtag Apple Shamer. And do you know why it says hashtag Apple Shamer? I'll tell you why. Because I don't like Red Delicious apples. And I was accused of being an apple shamer. I know. It's crazy to think that someone would actually find Red Delicious delicious. I know. I'm flabbergasted too. I don't even get it. But anyway, not to shame you. If you like Red Delicious apples and that's the apple that you need to eat to participate in this challenge, by all means, eat your apple. You know what? Hang on one second, because there's another shirt that I wanted to show you guys too. This is pretty cool. Hold on one sec. Hi. I was supposed to have this over here this morning, but I won't even make any excuses. I just didn't have it. All right, so this is our newest version of the hashtag Apple Shamer tee. This one is mine, so you can't have this one. But if you win the challenge, one of those shirts, a shirt, something to commemorate your win, will be in your prize pack, and you will get a prize pack. So you can either join as a solo cruncher, or you can become a part of a crunchy bunch wherein you find three other like-minded people that enjoy a good challenge. You all simply upload a picture of yourself eating an apple as proof that you've eaten the apple. Be creative. Make sure that you tag us in the post. My handle is at Tamara1874. My post is you do you, boo. What's that in response to the apple? Me not liking Red Delicious. Unbelievable. Sorry. Hey, sorry. I just don't like red delicious apples. Anywho, yeah, so all you have to do if you want to take part in the challenge really quickly, all you have to do, upload a picture of yourself eating an apple just so that we have proof that you've done it. Tag me at Tamara1874 if you're doing it on TikTok. If you're doing it elsewhere, it's probably going to be at BPOS Multi or something like that. Neither do I, so I get it. I know. I mean, we are kindred spirits, Gia. It's a total misnomer. Red delicious. If you have to tell people that you are something, you're probably not that something. I'm telling you. I maintain that. If I'm a genius, I don't have to keep telling people I'm a genius. They'll just know. You don't have to keep telling people that you're red and delicious. We see that it's obviously not true. So listen. Upload your pictures, tag me in it, use the hashtag, use the hashtag Apple Shamer. I did it again. And I said I wasn't going to do it. I wasn't going to repeat, use the hashtag Apple Shamers. No, just use the hashtag Apple Shamers. That's it. There's no need to be redundant in that. All right. So now that we've honored what we're doing, let's get into the stuff that we have to leave behind. As I mentioned, the theme for today is to do or not to do. That is another question. So we've talked a great deal about the things that we have to do in order to get back into good health and wellness. But when people say they want to get healthy, but they're asked to give up fried foods, late night soda, sweets, smoking, and even self-doubt, that's when they get this look in their eyes and they stop for a moment to consider what that actually means. Did you know that studies show that people would rather take medication every day than give up their favorite food or spend 30 minutes of exercising? That is crazy, but we do it. And I'm including myself in that too, because I do it too. I do it too. You know, so we're going to get into that a little bit more in just a second, but I found some quotes. That I thought you guys might be interested in. The price of doing the same old thing is far higher than the price of change. Former President Bill Clinton said that. Another quote that I came across: you can't heal in the same environment that made you sick. Getting fit is not about becoming someone else. It's about unbecoming the habits that held you back. So for so many people who are desirous, what did the apple ever do to you? It didn't do anything to me. It's just so misleading. I don't like it when people are being misleading. We talked about that yesterday. If you're meeting somebody for the first time, don't send your representative to meet them. Let the people get to know you. If they like you, they'll like you for you. Red Delicious. What did they ever do to me? They put that name out there. That's a misnomer. I mean, Red Delicious. I'm red and delicious. No, you're red, but you're not delicious. You're mushy. They should just call them Red Mushy. But I guess marketing wise, that didn't have a good ring to it. So listen, stop getting me off topic, Marilyn. Anyway, according to a quick search on Google, 74% of Americans said they'd rather take medication every day. They'd rather take medication every day than do what's necessary to lose the weight and get in shape, and put their wellness front and center. Now, I haven't fact checked this, but I did a quick Google search. But as we all know, if it's on the internet, it has to be true. Yeah. So quick question for you guys in the chat. What has been the hardest for you to give up or change in your wellness walk? And do you feel like it's been worth it so far? Again, I'll ask the question, what's been the hardest for you to give up or change in your wellness walk? And do you feel like it's been worth it so far? You know, I'll put it in the chat. Let me see. Maybe that's why people aren't responding. Maybe people don't want to be asked the question. They want to see it and read it for themselves. Let's see. Oops, if I could spell, man, I would be dangerous. What's been hardest for you to give up or change in your wellness walk? Do you feel like it's been... Oh, gosh. I crack me up, man. What's been hardest for you to give up or change in your wellness walk? Do you feel like it's been worth it so far? While you guys are thinking about the answer to that question, allow me to share with you all some of the things that have been hard and have been challenging for me, where I've struggled the most. Good morning, TikTok detective _10_45A. Good morning, Big Mark. Good morning. How do you say your name? Finot Aber, I hope. We had Seraphim join us. Welcome. And who else did we have join us? Marilyn? I don't know. Okay, so Marilyn says that chocolate is her Achilles heel. I might agree with you on that one too. I love chocolate. However, the sweets thing for me is kind of hit or miss because I have to kind of be in the mood for sugary stuff too. My Achilles heel has always been bread and rice. Having grown up in a biracial home, my mom is Asian, my dad is African American, and as a child, it was nothing for us to have a pot of white rice and mac and cheese. Two starches. Two starches are probably not the best for you. But yeah, we had those two starches and every meal, and most meals rather. But yeah, that bread thing more than anything else, and the rice. Bread and rice, I think, are my Achilles heels. And when I have been told, because I was just told here recently by my doctor that I should probably substitute my white rice out for brown rice. Guys, I just want to say that I probably would wind up in that 74% of Americans said they'd rather take some medication than give up something that they like. Rice, I don't know if I can give up the rice. I'll try. I do eat brown rice in my, if I go to some place like Chipotle, I do eat the brown rice. Well, I just had lunch with cauliflower rice. Okay, Gia. Gia said, yep, bread and potatoes, my Achilles heel. Life is not the same as it once was for me. I get it. I just had cauliflower pizza. The dough of the pizza was made out of cauliflower. Now, I will say that was some good, that was some good pizza. And I will continue eating that. But you know what? I can't. I don't know if it's just a mental thing for me or what it is. But the rice, I gave up eating. Now, you might not believe this, and some people who are watching may not believe this either. But I promise you, the bread thing was a huge point of contention for me because when I was growing up, I had a next door neighbor. Who shared a recipe for bread with my mom, and it required you to grow. You know how they used to grow the yeast? They grow the yeast, and I remember my mom sitting the yeast in the, there was a window above where the sink was in the kitchen. So she would grow the yeast in the window, and you'd have to do it for about 3 days, I believe. So, she would grow the yeast in the thing, and then she gave her the recipe for, making the homemade bread. And y'all, when I tell you, oh my gosh, just the smell of the bread, just talking about the bread is making my mouth water right now. And I'm having a real difficult time talking. It's just bringing back. I'm in flashbacks, y'all. I mean, in real time, I'm having flashbacks. My mouth is watering. I could smell the. I could smell the food. I could smell the bread and stuff. And then they would slather it with this butter, and it was just golden, and the butter would melt on the hot bread because you'd eat it as soon as it came out of the oven. It was well, chef's kiss, like for real, for real. So there was a lot of that. And then I had my aunt lived to the left of our house. So where I grew up in I grew up in Anger, in North Carolina. But where I grew up, when I grew up there were family members all around where I lived. So I could go through my backyard and hit up my grandmother, who would be making cakes, from scratch. That was a whole other thing. Then my aunt Runel, who is sadly no longer with us, but she used to make the best homemade biscuits. And she would call me when she was making cheese biscuits. And boy, I would come running. And the only saving grace for me, I think, was the fact that we were outside playing so much, But as I became an adult, I didn't go outside quite as much. And so, eating the bread and stuff, it wasn't necessarily a good move for me. But I think that's the reason I like Golden Corral so much, because Golden Corral has these yeast rolls, the closest thing to homemade rolls that I found that were anywhere near the caliber of bread that my mom and my next door neighbor, who shared that recipe with my mom. Oh my gosh. I'm so serious when I tell you my mouth is watering just thinking about that bread. It's like Pavlov's dogs. When you ring that bell, your mouth would start, they'd start salivating. You'd say yeast rolls, and all of a sudden my mouth just starts salivating. Anyway. But yeah, so for me, eating the starches, eating the bread and stuff like that, that was a huge thing for me. Girl, that is how it was in my house. My mom would make bread and cakes. Gia says no pizza, no pizza, no pastries, no pasta, not an easy thing to do here. And I would imagine in Italy, that's all you're surrounded with, isn't it? Comment block. What did you say? Gia, you have a potty mouth? What are you saying that you're getting blocked? Sweet tea is so good, and I have given it up. Okay. What else? I've missed a whole bunch of conversations. I am so sorry. I'm telling you, I started talking about yeast rolls. My mouth starts watering, and I forget all about what I was saying. Life is not the same as it once was for me in Italy. If I can do it. Sigh. Comment blocked. No pizza, no pastries, no pasta. Not an easy thing to do here. Yeast rolls with homemade peach jam. Lovely memories. See, yours was peach jam. Mine, strawberry. Strawberry jam. Homemade strawberry jam, mind you, from my grandmother, who I said when she was alive, wow, man, she'd make homemade pickles. She'd make homemade jams. She did do some peach preserves. But yeah, she just did a lot of stuff, man. I just miss that so much. I do. Wow, I miss that so much. But anyway, my mouth is still watering right now. So let's move on. Let's shout out some of the other people that have come in and joined the feed. Right now, you'd probably join and think that I was advocating for eating a bunch of stuff that's not good for us. But in fact, we're actually talking about the things that we need to dispense with so that we can accomplish some goals here. But good morning, Edward Morgan 229. Welcome. I'm telling you, I started talking about yeast rolls and my mouth will not stop watering. Now I'm hungry. I'm not hungry. I'm hungry. And I want some yeast rolls. Somebody, Marilyn, please figure out where the nearest Golden Corral is so I can go get a dozen yeast rolls this morning. And then I promise tomorrow I'll stop. I promise tomorrow I'll stop. Anyway. So welcome to everyone that has come in to the feed this morning. Really appreciate you all coming in. Fun treats and the convenience of fast food. I'm tired. but worth it. Oh man. You know who has really good chocolate, since we're talking about chocolate? And I think this chocolate, because it's dark chocolate, the dark chocolate is the chocolate that's good for us, right? So Aldi's has these dark chocolate covered almonds. Nope, we're not doing that. I get no support whatsoever. I just asked for the location of the nearest Golden Corral so I could maybe get some yeast rolls, but a girl can dream. Yeah, so Aldi's, they have these they're like these gourmet dark chocolate coconut covered almonds. When I tell you that if you're not careful, you can eat that whole container. You can eat the whole container. You have to be really careful. I especially have to be very, very careful, considering the fact that I'm now pre-diabetic, you guys. I'm pre-diabetic. The cutoff point, I believe, was 6.4 on the A1C. Before, in 2023, I was 6.5. So I had toggled over to diabetic status. But now I'm 6.2. Still way too high, but it's coming back down, guys. I'm pre-diabetic again. You wouldn't think somebody would celebrate being pre-diabetic, but I mean, if you're diabetic and now you're pre-diabetic, it's moving in the right direction. So, I am here for you. They're so good. Switzerland has good chocolate. Switzerland also has that guy. I don't remember his name, but he's also on social media and stuff too. But he builds the most elaborate chocolate structures and stuff. What is that guy's name? Anybody know what his name is? You guys know what I'm talking about? I follow him, and I can't remember his name, but he's a chef. He's a chocolate. I forgot the name of what they call the people who master the art of chocolate, but this guy's crazy good. Anywho, so that my mouth will maybe stop watering. All right, so fact remains, you guys, if we're trying to get back into some good health lifestyle practices, sometimes we have to give things up. Sometimes that means we have to sacrifice some of those things that we love to eat so much, because we know that as an adult, sometimes you have to do things that you don't want to do. Sometimes you have to do those things that you know you need to do. So, so if it means giving up the rice, the white rice in lieu of brown rice, I guess I'm going to have to do that. And then not eating the bread, not thinking about yeast rolls. It's like Pavlov's dogs. I'm telling you, every time I say yeast rolls, now somebody will probably say, "Hey, David, yeast rolls." And then my mouth will just start watering. Oh gosh, that is so annoying. I gotta get my mind on something else. So let's play some music. Let's switch gears. Let's play some music. Let's try to find something that's fast. For those of you that did not come in yesterday, we have been in my gospel workout playlist. It has been really, really good. So I think what we'll do is we'll go back there because I know that these songs are going to be these songs are not going to be explicit, and they are going to have nice tempos. So let's just start there. We'll just start there today, and then we'll work on something else later. This is so annoying, you guys. This is so annoying. So let's play some music. My goodness. Marilyn, help me to remember what we played last. I think Jump Ship was the last one that we played. I think that was the last one that we played. So let's start with this other one. Hold on. Let me bring you guys in so you'll know what I'm talking about. All right. So for those of you that might just be joining us for the first time, every day we have been curating a playlist for our walking, for the daily affirmations for the Big Girl and All of Us Walking playlist. Now, these songs are coming from my Spotify playlist, but I think it's important for you to know that I make no claims to these songs. I do not own the rights to these songs. We are merely just trying to put together a list of strong songs that could be in contention to go into this playlist. So the way this process works, if you like the song, give us a thumbs up. If you don't like the song, give us a thumbs down. It's okay. We just need your opinion. And we really, really need your help in figuring out what songs we want to add. So if you would be so kind as to let us know your opinion. My dad, I spoke with him yesterday and I asked him if he caught the last evening's show. And he said, yeah, he really liked it. He said, I don't like your song selections, though. I'm like, well, then give me some more suggestions. And his response was, oh, that is so cool. That is so cool. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So he says, well, I'm not going to give you any suggestions. He said, because I'm not going to be the one out there walking with you. So whatever songs you all choose, you all choose. But if you're just joining us for the replay, because you weren't able to make this live feed, you still have an opportunity to weigh in on these songs. So if you like the songs, give us a thumbs up, give us a smiley face, give us something that indicates you like the song. If you don't like the song, thumbs down, sad face, something that indicates that you would rather we shove that back into the playlist from whence it came and push it way, way back so that it doesn't see the light of day. But you guys got to let me know what you want, because I don't want to be the deciding factor in any of this stuff, because clearly I like the song because it's in my playlist. Clearly. All right, so we're going to start with a song called Clutch by Free Will. This is Clutch by Free Will.
Get hard. You are my secret weapon. You come through in the clutch. Like spring turns into summer, the summer into fall. God, we change like the seasons, but you don't change at all. Through the storm and the rain, the good times bad, you don't change. When I give your last nerves, you still put me first. Oh yeah.
All right, so that was Clutch by Free Will. Let me know, as long as you don't need to get the heart rate up. Yeah, too slow for me. Yeah, I agree. It's a little bit on the slow side, but it does have a nice little bounce to it, a nice little bop to it, so that you could actually walk. Maybe use it as a warm-up or a cool-down. Maybe. I don't know. Just consider it. Moving on, we're going to move on. We're moving on with Jonathan McReynolds and Molly Music. The name of the song is Moving On. He has a good strolling vibe. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I like the song. And if you guys want to hear the remainder of the songs, because once again, I'm only playing a little snippet of it so that you get the gist of what the song sounds like, the tempo, that kind of thing, so that you can make an intelligent, informed decision about whether you like the song or not. I just want to give you a taste of it. If you want to listen to the full version, make sure that you go out to Spotify, make sure you go out to YouTube, and there you will find those songs. So the next song, Moving On, by Jonathan McReynolds and Molly Music.
Yeah.
I'm closing chapters. I'm turning pages. Glory to glory. From faith to faith. I'm moving on. I'm keep it straight. It hurts to let go, but hurts more to stay. I'm moving on. Yeah, moving on. Yeah, I'm moving on. Hey, 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 hey. I know my review can't compare to what God will do with my life. And I am forgetting what's behind me. See, I have finally decided I'll be.
All right, so that was Moving On. That was a live version by Jonathan McReynolds and Molly Music. The live version seems to be a little bit slower than the radio version. So if you want to listen to that, it's pretty cool. I like the song in general, but I agree. Slow build, but then it picked up. I agree. And that's the thing with some of these songs. Some of the songs have really dramatic intros, or they do these, they talk over, they have these voiceovers and stuff like that to try and, I guess, set the stage for the song itself. But yeah, that song is actually pretty, it's a pretty good pace. The radio version of it is a pretty good pace. I do believe that the live version is slightly slower, but it's a good song. All right, the next song, because we have quite a bit of time today. Yay! All right, so we can really listen to these songs. All right, so the next song is Trust Him by Sam Roberts and the Levites Assembly, and then April Hall. So this is coming off of their album Strength for the Journey. This is Trust Him.
We can put our trust in a lot of things, but there's only one who won't fail us. I want to encourage you. You've got to trust him. Come on, Ellie. The song says, with all thine heart. You've got to trust him. Do it with all your heart. I like this part right here. It says, lean not. Yeah. Figure it out. God has already worked it out. All you got to do is depend on him. In all thy ways, acknowledge him. Yes, sir.
All right, so that was Trust Him by Sam Roberts. Again, process is easy. If you like the song, give us a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. You all, these songs are not appearing in any particular order. It just happens to be when I liked the song and it threw it into the playlist. But we are coming from the my gospel workout playlist. So each day we'll be coming from different playlists. So if you like gospel music, if you've never heard gospel music before, now's your chance to listen. There's some really good songs on here. All right, so the next one is Lay It Down by Tatiana Barnett. I don't know if this is fast or slow, but I'm guessing since it's in the workout, playlist, they're going to be on the faster side, I think.
When I get to heaven, I forget how good you've been.
All right, so that was Lay It Down by Tatiana Barnett. If you like the song, give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. Moving on, we are going to play God Can Heal It by Ted and Sherry. Ted and Sherry, I love them. Ted and Sherry, they have this might be the song. I don't know. Doesn't say it, but Ted and Sherry have a song with the Walls group who I played yesterday. Oh, man. If I can find that song and if it's in here, you are in for a treat. Anyway, this is Ted and Sherry. God Can Heal It.
Come, ye disconsolate, where ye languish, oh my, come to the mercy seat,
Okay, so that song is obviously too slow to walk to unless you are at the very end of a 10-mile trek. Just barely eke into the car. But it's a beautiful song. So if you like that song, if you like to hear more of it, I would encourage you to go out to Spotify, go out to YouTube and listen to the rest of it. It's a beautiful, beautiful song, but I would agree, too slow. Cool down song, maybe. I would agree with all that you guys are saying. So I'm not offended at all that you all feel the same. Anyway, the next song is All Right by Bishop Larry D. Trotter and the Sweet Holy Spirit Choir and Mrs. Betty Lott. So let's see what this sounds like.
Put your hands together like this. Hey! Every situation, God's got you covered. It's gonna be heartaches and pain. God knows your name. It's gonna be I wish I had some church folk here. You got it all. Hey!
All right, so that was All Right by Bishop Larry D. Trotter and the Sweet Holy Spirit Choir and Mrs. Betty Lott. I would imagine we didn't get a chance to hear Mrs. Betty Lott, who was probably got the solo. But I like the song. Again, that's more of the traditional choir sound. But if you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. All right, the next song on the list, original by Michael Dixon.
This song, it goes out to everyone, out to everyone, out to everyone. This song, it goes out to everyone, out to everyone, out to everyone.
I know how it feels to feel unequipped. You're not enough, don't have what it takes, but know that's a lie. Yeah, I know how it feels to feel all alone, like no one is there, there's no one to call, but know that's a lie. God has so don't forget who you are. Yeah, you were made.
Okay, so that was called Original by Michael Dixon. I had to cut it off right before we really started getting into the music. Again, some of these songs have pretty long lead-ins, but I like the song overall. I think it has a pretty good tempo. And if you were to pace your walk to the song, I think that would be very possible with that. But if you like it, thumbs up, thumbs down if you don't. All right, the next song, we have just enough time for maybe 3, 4 songs, maybe. So the next song is Something's About to Happen by Patrick Bean and the Bonafide Worshippers.
Listen, I want to encourage you. You might be going through a bad season, but it's not too late. Listen. I know that God is real. I feel the breath of God. Even now, and it's moving through the air. Man, His power is pushing through the mountains, and it's breaking through the silence. Ooh, something's about to happen. I know that God is real. I can feel the breath of God, and it's moving through the air. His power, Holy Ghost, His power is pushing through the mountains. Guess what?
Okay, so that was Something's About to Happen by Patrick Bean and the Bonafide Worshippers. It's a little on the slower side, I know, so I'm not sure if that would be appropriate for our walk unless we elected to use it as a cool down or maybe a warm up song. But anyway, it's still a beautiful song. And moving on. Still Perform is the next song by Revamp Music and Tamira Campbell, or Tamira Campbell. I don't know how she says her name, but I wonder if she's related to Erica and Tina Campbell, because I think the whole family sings. Anyway, I think people just more familiar with Erica and Tina as Mary. But anyway, this is Still Perform.
I've seen Him do miracles, signs and wonders. He still performs. I've seen Him do miracles, signs and wonders. He still performs. I've seen Him do miracles, signs and wonders. He still performs. I've seen Him perform.
Okay, so that was Still Performed by Revamp Music and Tamira Campbell, however she pronounces her name. It sounds like a good song. It has a nice little island vibe to it. If you like it, thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. All right, you guys, we're going to listen to a couple more songs here, and then we are going to wrap for the day. But for those of you that are just joining the broadcast, again, this is Daily Affirmations for the Big Girl and All of Us. You are joining us for the talk after our walk. This is a portion in our broadcast that we do, and that we've been doing daily, wherein we are trying to assemble a list of songs that we could use in our Daft walking playlist. So the task is very simple. If you like the song that you hear me play, make sure that you put a thumbs up in the comment section or a thumbs down. Follow Gia and Marilyn's lead, leaving us comments. These young ladies know what it is, so please make sure that you do that. Good morning, Joelle Floyd, Goat. Welcome, welcome. All right, the next song, Something to Believe In by Dante Bowe, Kiara Sheard, and The Apartment. Okay. Apparently there's someone named The Apartment.
Listen jungle out here. Everybody don't survive. Hey, like Peter walking on the water. Trying to keep my eyes on the Father. Yeah, take it one day at a time. Be careful, don't you lose your mind. Oh, I got faith in your brother. You know I'm fighting for your sister. Yeah. Oh, I got something to believe it. It's just a matter of time. Oh, I got something to believe it. And I'ma see it with my eyes. Oh, it's a matter of time. It's just a matter of time, yeah. Oh, I got something to believe it. And I'ma see it with my eyes. Oh, it's a cold, cold world, yeah. And I'm just trying to be alive. Go say that drama for your mama. I'm way too focused, don't you bother.
That's right. Save that drama for your mama. Anyway, I thought that was hilarious. I love it. Anyway, that was Something to Believe In by Dante Bowe, Kiara Sheard, The Apartment. So we are going to listen to 2 songs, and that is going to take us to the end of this music curation process for today. The next song is Simple, featuring Joe L. Barnes, by Elevation Rhythm.
When I was just a kid, I dreamed about the life I live. Buy fancy cars and a new crib, and cruise around with all my friends. But I'm waking up and realizing all those things look so much different through a screen. And that type of life ain't what it seems, isn't what it seems. The designer bags are not all bad, but I'll never find my worth in that. I don't need a bunch of money, clothes, and diamond rings.
Ooh, I like that song. I like the message in that song. Anyway, it's unique. I liked it. I think the reason that I probably liked it in the first place is because of the way it came on, is using a different type of instrumentation. And you know me and my musical taste. I'm all over the place, but I do appreciate good music and I appreciate good musicianship. So anyway, that was Simple, featuring Joe L. Barnes, Elevation Rhythm. And if you like the song, give it a thumbs up. If not, thumbs down. All right, the last song for our music curation segment is That Okay? Is that okay? That this is the last song by Social Club Misfits and Lecrae? Hey, that was really cool. I don't know what that was, Marilyn. It was a cheer mic. That is awesome. Thank you. All right, so Is That Okay? Social Club Misfits by Lecrae.
I woke up today, I was thinking of mistakes. Yeah, how you gonna learn without mistakes? I feel like I can't go away, yeah. They try to act hold on, just me, yeah. I know I'll never be picture perfect, but can I be myself, is that okay? I gave a wicked piece of myself. Now I'm trying to find peace for myself, at least for myself. I just wanna be myself. In the mirror, wanna see myself. Look, I been balling like the LA Lakers, running with the majors, but the fouls was flagrant. Now I'm independent, now I'm back to business, trying to reach the people. They can keep the pendants, yeah. Keep the power, keep the structures, be destructive. Peace above us, Jesus loves.
Okay, so that was called Is That Okay by Social Club Misfits and Lecrae. And I must say, I am happy that we ended on that song. First of all, did you hear the guitarist playing in the background? Amazing. Secondly, great lyrics. Thirdly, Lecrae came in rapping like, whatever. It was awesome. Oh, look at the little monkey. So cute. All right. Let me get rid of this display capture. There we go. All right. So that was fun. That was fun. We didn't have to deal with too many. We didn't have to deal with too many slow songs. I think we got a pretty good. I think we got a pretty good representation of some songs that we can use in our playlist. So those of you who are just joining us for the live, if you missed the opportunity to weigh in on any of those songs, you want to hear the songs that are up for contention in this for today that we're adding to our playlist. Please make sure that you catch the replay tonight at 6:30. We do the replay every evening, 6:30 p.m. on YouTube. So it's not too late. If you want to weigh in, you can very, very easily place your votes in the comment section. And I'll invite you guys to use the comment section during the lives. That is the reason we leave the lives open, so that we can hear from you. This is never, ever, 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 ever. This has never been a situation where I wanted to be in here just doing all the talking. I need to hear from you all. As a matter of fact, I may, in the very near future, start inviting a few folks that I know that come into the lives, so that you guys can guest host with me on one of these lives. So, anywho, that was our music curation segment. I hope that you guys found that entertaining. I know I found it fun. I love listening to music, and I love being introduced to new music and stuff too. But anyway, before we close, let's talk about what we're committing to this week. We've been talking, leading up to this point, we've been talking about all of the things that we have to do in order to achieve, health and wellness. And in order to put health and wellness, in order to elevate that into as a priority in our life. But we have not talked about all the things that we needn't do. There are a lot of things that we should not do if we're trying to achieve that. But only you know what that is for you. We talked about it a little bit at the beginning of the broadcast. For me, it's the breads and the rice and the starches. Marilyn, what is all of this? That is so cool. That is so cool. Bounce speakers. That is so neat. Thank you very much. Thank you guys so much for the likes. Thank you for the stickers and everything. It does really go a long way in helping us to develop the channel and in helping us to reach other people and to show up on other people's For You pages. So, yeah, just keep them coming. I appreciate it. I was informed by a guy that I just met during a live the other day. We played a couple of games together. He was telling me that, some of the rules and things are changing, that you can't even ask for the stickers and things after, I think, the 25th. So from now on, if you hear me saying, hey, keep those GIFTSs coming, you know that I'm not, it's not me. It's the system. Okay. So anyway, let's talk about what we are committing to this week. What are you going to give up in pursuit of your wellness? What are you giving up in pursuit of your wellness? We end up giving up a lot of stuff sometimes. Sometimes we have to sacrifice our sleep. Sometimes we sacrifice, being able to sleep in. This weekend was definitely a clear example of that for me. I wanted to sleep. I really wanted to sleep in over this weekend, but I didn't because I made the commitment to get up and walk at 6:30 every single morning. 6:30 every morning without fail. If you need an accountability partner, if you need somebody to walk with, to partner with, you just have to come on to TikTok Live because we're going to be there. We may not be there at exactly 6:30. Sometimes it might be 6:31, 6:35, but just depends on what's happening. But you can rest assured as long as we have the energy to do it, as long as, nothing is wrong, we will certainly be out there. But listen, you guys, I've had a lot of fun today. I hope that you can say the same. But we do need to wrap for the day, but not before I tell you or remind you to please. Oh, thank you so much for the tiny float. Those are so cute. Please make sure that you let me get my mouth right. Please make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are on the road to 100,000 subscribers by or before the end of the year. And we need your help, because I don't know 100,000 people. I don't know 100,000 people. I don't know anybody that knows 100,000 people, but I know that collectively we can accomplish the goal. I've seen it happen for other people, and I'm just asking for you all's help in reaching that goal. I know it's a lofty goal. I know it's very ambitious, but that's me. I'm going to create these really high ambition. Whoa, Marilyn, you are on level 22? Whoa. You were just at 17. Wow. Okay. Anyway, if Marilyn, in and of itself, Marilyn is showing you the power of support just coming from one person. If she can do all of that and she's one person, imagine what we could do collectively. So the 100,000 goal, while lofty, it's not unattainable if we all pull together and you guys continue to show the same kind of support that you've been showing me since we started. So please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. That is Daily Affirmations for the Big Girl in All of Us. Make sure you share the lives. Make sure you give us some likes, and make sure that you tell other people about the channel as well. Join us for A Mile in My Shoes live at 6:30 a.m. every day of the week, even on the weekends. This weekend was the first weekend that I've had to get up and do the walk at 6:30 in the morning. Prior to this, we were doing it at 9, which didn't seem as bad on the weekend, but 6:30 comes real early. It comes real early every morning. Post your apples. Post pictures of your apples. We are going to continue doing our Apple a Day challenge throughout the month of July. We are on day 21, which means that I am 20 days into doing the Apple a Day challenge. Make sure that you post the picture, tag me at Tamra1874, and use the hashtag AppleShamer to let us know that you are participating. Got my walk in both days. You're an inspiration. Oh, Gia, you're so nice. Gia is so kind. If I had a sticker that I could send you to demonstrate how kind you are, I would definitely send that. But you got swag coming. I promise you got swag coming. I'm just waiting on some shirts in the right size, but you got some swag coming. So post those apples. Make sure that you guys are participating so that you can get some free stuff, and so that we can put to test this whole notion of it's at 1874, Miss Marilyn. You're going to send them somebody else's tag, somebody else's account. 1874, Tamra, Tamara 1874. Okay. So grab your merch. If you are not interested if you're not a competitive person and you don't want free swag, that is fine. That is fine. But if this community is nothing else, we are very inviting of everybody. We welcome the different, the unique things about all of us. And if you would rather purchase your own swag, we have that available for you too. Just go to my e-commerce store. It's Bandy. That's Bandy box.store. Thank you so much, Marilyn, for placing that in the comment section. And that is correct. Bandy box.store stands for black and yellow. My company colors. See what I did there? I know. You got to coordinate all the way around. That's the whole branding thing. It's about coordination. That's all it is. And then if you need any kind of creative help, please make sure you seek out my company, visit our website, which is down below on the screen. Down below, you should see it, www.bposproductions.com. I have not had my coffee yet. I'm so sorry. I understand that wholeheartedly. But yeah, so if you need any kind of help with that, please make sure you visit our website. We have a lot of specials going on for the time being, so please make sure that you are taking part in that. If you need a website, we have a website special and a Google Business Profile special for $5.97. That is unheard of. An introductory website, 5-page introductory website, and a Google Business Profile for $5.97. So check that out. And also for those of you who are parents of aspiring athletes or who have athletes that are rising, freshmen in college or who are coming to the end of their high school careers and need all of their information in one place to provide coaches and prospective recruiters, that kind of thing, please make sure that you seek us out as well. You can go to sports.bposproductions.com and you can get some information on that. And listen, you guys, every step, every apple, every choice is a yes to our health. I do not regret what I had to let go. My health is worth more than any habit I outgrew. Please make sure that you are dwelling on that and not seeing having to release certain things from your life is a bad thing. Sometimes letting things go, it's the first step to realizing your goals. So as we close, getting healthy isn't just sexy smoothies and cute leggings. It is discipline. Sometimes it comes along with discomfort and some difficult decisions. But you are doing the hard part. You're doing the hard part, and that is what matters. So I guess that's everything I wanted to tell you guys today. So until tomorrow, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Please take great care. Stay safe out there. You guys stay hydrated. If you're out walking, if you're exercising, you're doing anything today, please get up and move. But if you're going to do that, please make sure you stay hydrated, stay safe. Get that doctor's green light before you do anything rigorous. And I guess until tomorrow, you guys, ta-ta and bye.